Thoughts on the game overall first?
I like this team a lot better. I think that we just needed an adjustment to our mentality. Again, Oakland is still a very good team, and they proved that yesterday. I do think that our depth and our strength, the way that we play, is pretty conducive to playing back-to-back days. And unfortunately, we let one get away yesterday. But I do appreciate the bounce back that they had mentally and physically today.
Talked about it a little bit yesterday, but the second game, how much did you coach differently today? Obviously, we saw some different lineups, especially early. You guys got a little bit of a lead there early. Kind of that give you an opportunity to kind of adjust what you were doing and maybe buy a few minutes.
I think so. And I think ultimately what I have to do a better job is we got to shorten that bench a little. Playing 14 people is nice. And again, it gives everybody an opportunity to find out who's, hot that day. But I do think that it's probably time to squeeze that just a little. And I think that our kids are responding to that because I mentioned it yesterday. And I think that they cheered when they didn't get in. I think they played hard when they got their opportunity. And I think that that's what's going to help us over the long run.
Shortened non-conference, but now 2 weeks and 4 games in conference play. Do you know a little bit more about your team now going into this little bit of a break than you did 2 weeks ago going into conference play?
Funny you said that. Because one of the things that I talked about yesterday was we now have data from this season. And so what you did a year ago becomes less and less relevant. It's all about what you're doing right now. And so I think so. I do think that we have an idea of who can do what, and there's hopefully going to be some translation from practice to games, like Imani Jefferson and going, 4-low with her and just letting her go to work one-on-one. She does that in practice, so hopefully we can just keep moving forward that way.
Now you guys have a little bit of a break. Is that something that comes at the right time? Or now you guys are kind of peaked it out. So what is important in these next little stretch, other than staying healthy, which is a lot of different definitions these days.
Yes.
But what is the biggest thing over this little bit of a break to pick up on when you guys get back to it?
Well, I think that we're going to stay here for a couple of days and we're going to practice, have a little Christmas party and exchange some gifts and stuff, socially distanced, of course. But I think that the few days that they have at home, I do want them to rest. I would love for them to watch some game film. They're still going to be active in regards to looking at some clips and, just making sure that we get better while we're away from each other. And the main goal is to come back healthy because obviously we'll have to come back and test before we can even get together to practice. And I trust them to be responsible that way. And hopefully, nothing unpredictable happens.
Coach, where you're at this point going into the new year, less certain than normal years, but how do you feel about your team going into 2021 portion?
Well, I love this team. I love all the versatility that they have. I think in the past, it's kind of been predictable. Like we knew who was playing the 1 and the 2 and so forth and so on. And I think this team has so many players that can play multiple positions that, again, it's on me to make those decisions and to get us in a spot where we can get some continuity where people can know what their roles are. And I think that, again, we have a very selfless group of 15 that really want to reach our potential, whatever that may be at the end. And our focus is just going to be on getting better every practice.
Thanks, Coach. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Okay, thank you.